When the roads illuminate, will you lament the paths you did not take? Or will you find the truth that we made? Everything fell apart. It's different now than at the start. And could you say, with all your friends, you're better suited to reach the end?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Janelle and I like making lifestyle productivity vlogs. I just turned 30 and I'm currently doing my Life in My 30s series. I'm also doing Vlogmas, well 12 days of Vlogmas, so I'm posting every other day and just starting December 1st, which I think this is day 5. We cleaned up a little bit. Brandon actually deep cleaned the couch with our couch cleaner thing. Took him like 45 minutes while I had Miko upstairs and just like had him occupied up there, but then Miko was sleeping the whole time upstairs. He was so adorable. I vacuumed a little bit, tied up the kitchen, and made myself an afternoon coffee. And each vlog during in my 30s series, each vlog is different. So in today's theme, we're gonna be talking about like adulting things that bring me joy, talking about like moving out of my parents' place, just discussing that everyone's journey is different, because especially like millennials, Gen Zs, we are a lot of us are still living with our parents. And I think I mentioned this in my previous vlog, like if my parents lived in Eugene, I am totally living in with them to save up money. And if you have a great relationship with your parents, you know, you have that privilege to live with your parents, and I think it is a blessing and it helps so much. So this is a hint to my parents. Maybe you want to live in Eugene and I'll live in with you guys. That way we can always see each other every single day. Although that's not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people might not have a good relationship with their parents. I feel very grateful and very lucky that I'm very close to my parents and they are my best friends. As you get older, you know, after high school, I mean, this is different for everybody, but with my situation, I moved out of my parents' place when I was 21. I think that's when I moved out of my parents' house. But during COVID, when Brandon and I were in grad school, my parents actually lived with us. And it was nice because we did rent out a big space, like a house. We rented a house and we call it the COVID house because they were supposed to only be there for like a few months, but because of COVID, they stayed for a whole year, which I'm very, very grateful for because we got to spend time together and see each other every single day. And I feel very grateful that we got to do that. And then they moved back to Alaska. Brandon and I went, we had our own place again. So yeah, I think throughout this video, I'm gonna be talking about like places that we lived in. I will show our first apartment together. I'll always remember our first ever apartment because that's the first time I've ever lived on my own and just having my own space. And the thing is, when you do have your own space, it's like you get to decorate how you want it. It can get expensive, but it is nice that you get to decorate how you want and pick out the furniture that you want. Okay, I'm somewhat almost done with my coffee, but since I'm already talking about like adulting things and getting older, I feel like when we were younger, we wanted to grow up so bad. For me, I remember, like I honestly remember when I was younger, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get older so I can drive, like, you know, have my own car. As you get older, there are pros and cons to it. There's always pros and cons. Even though I just turned 30, I feel like it's like a new chapter, you know? It's like a new chapter in life, and it's also like kind of scary but also exciting because you don't know where life will take you. And I honestly never thought I would be here right now at 30 years old. And we've been living in Eugene for like 7 years, and we thought we were just gonna be here for like 2 or 3 years and then move somewhere else. But we freaking love it here. Although the coast would be nice to live in, thinking in the future, like when we have kids and stuff, this would be a place that I could see myself raising our kids, especially because we're so familiar with everything and like the school districts and what schools, the different schools, the opportunities. There's more opportunities in like a bigger city, you know, even though Eugene is not even a big city. But let me know in the comments below, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, let me know what is your favorite thing about being an adult. What brings you joy as an adult? So comment them down below. And even if you just turned 18, let me know in the comments, like, what is your favorite part of being an adult, you know, 18 years old. I'm gonna go organize my drawers because it's been a while since I've done that. So let's do that. Okay, this is somewhat organized. I don't have like the organizers, the drawer organizers in here, but I didn't really touch this one because this is somewhat organized already. These clear organizers are a game changer because if it wasn't for this, it would be all over the place. So each little thing has its own little room, but that's what it looks like. Oh, I need to give these golf balls to my parents. Okay, that's fine. This is fine as well. Just put my pen stuff here, random stuff, a cord, and then this is just plastic wrap or foil. But this is what I want to show you because this was a I recently organized this. This is Miko's drawer, by the way, and I have his like toothbrush, toothpaste in this one, and then this is his monthly medicine. So the NexGard is his tick medication that he takes once a month, and then his Interceptor medication he takes once a month. This one is for his heartworm, and then his ear cleaners, ear wipes, his poo bags, and then his scissors, nail clippers, his collar. So this was all over the place too, but I am so glad I got these organizers. These organizers are from Amazon, but you can also get it from Target too. I'll link them down below if you want to organize your drawers, because literally if it wasn't for this will be all over the place. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. Okay guys, I'm about to show you on the side over here, right over here, of Brandon and I's first apartment together, and my first, well, yeah, our first apartment. Our first apartment that we had together was in Hawaii. It was by the water, but it was also pretty affordable. I mean, affordable, this can depend on everyone's situation, but we were both in college, undergrad, and we still had our Alaska residency, and he's part Native Alaskan. We were able to get part of our rent paid for because of his Native program. We are very grateful for that, and although it's not like perfect and not like the prettiest place, we are very grateful that we had our space. And honestly, we didn't even have Wi-Fi. We just used the neighbor's Wi-Fi, and we were always on the Wi-Fi because we were in school. We were always studying. There's no AC, but the thing is, we were by the water, so we had a lot of wind, and we were on the second floor, so we had some wind coming in, but we still used the fan at night. It was so hot, by the way, some days. You know me, I like to take pictures, and I want to capture these memories. I want to be able to remember these forever, being able to compare ourselves from our first apartment to where we are at now. It was like, you know, it was perfect size for us, and it was very close to the school, which was nice. But I will always remember that little old apartment. It was definitely exciting to, you know, get your own place, especially with your partner. I definitely remember how sad I was though. Like, I was crying because I was like, I'm not gonna live with my parents anymore, and you know, it's the next chapter of life. And my parents were also moving out of Hawaii and going to move to Washington, and then eventually they moved back to Alaska. I was so used to being around my parents for a very long time, and I just remember being so sad moving out. Definitely try to take some pictures of your first place ever, and it's a special thing. It's a big thing if you do move out of your parents, and it's okay if you are not there yet, because it is the norm to live with your parents. And I think culturally, especially like in our culture, we would live with, you know, our family for as long as we can. Parents wouldn't question it or anything like that. That's just the norm. Like, we would just live with our parents for as long as we can, because we're very family oriented. And in the US, it is like, I think a lot of people want their kids to move out after 18 and, like, you know, get out of the house at 18, or have their kids start paying rent at 18. Brandon and I even talked about, like, if we did have a kid, we would love for them to live with us for as long as they can, as long as, you know, they're working or doing something and they can save up. Everyone's situation is different, and you should always do what's best for you. If my parents lived in Eugene, I'm living with them too. It'll save me a lot of money. Even though I wouldn't have, you know, a lot of space and have my furniture, I could just like put it in storage, and I just know it'll just be temporary, because you just never know when you'll see your parents next, or, you know, because life is so crazy. You just never know. I'm going deep into this. Every time I'm with my parents, I try to be more present with them, because you just want to cherish everything. And it's funny because, you know, when you're in high school or middle school, you don't want to go to the store with them because it's kind of embarrassing. Or like, I remember in high school, during New Year's, I begged my mom to, like, if I can go to a party instead. She was kind of upset. She was kind of upset that I didn't want to stay during New Year's with family and stuff. I feel like this happens to a lot of people. Like, when you get older, you're just more present, and you're more aware, and that you want to spend time with your loved ones. Let me show you my fit really quick. My best friends actually bought this set for me from Aritzia. So I don't know what type of sweat set this is or what color it is, but I'll try to link it down below. It is so comfortable, and this is like the second day that I'm wearing it, and I'm freaking obsessed, okay? I want all the colors. It's super soft and warm, and I'm loving this sweat set. So I'll link it down below. That way you can get a pair for yourself, for your best friend, for your mom, grandma, whoever. Okay, I need to organize my drawers because it's been a long time since I looked in there, That way I could get rid of the things that I don't use, don't wear anymore. Here's the thing, if you forgot about that top, sweater, whatever it is, then you don't need it because you forgot about it. So that means you don't need it. So I do have a lot of sweats. I might need to get rid of some. But it's hard to get rid of some because I always wear sweats and hoodies, you know? Okay, you guys, these are one of my favorite sweat. These are the cargo sweats. And I wore them during my birthday weekend. And they're so comfortable, soft, and warm. So I'll link them down below. I also have it in green. So I want it in all the colors. There's certain material. What material is this? Because this is not what I like. 100% polyester. Now, I don't like that material because it gets a lot of Miko's hair. So I'm gonna put that in Goodwill. I love the brown. I don't even wear, you know how like some girls could pull off the matching PJ sets? That, I'm not one of them. I'm a big t-shirt type of girly. I would love to be, you know, the matching PJs and the cute PJ sets, but that's just not me. I just need a big shirt, and that's about it. So I have a lot of big shirts, but I'm gonna get rid of the ones I don't even wear. Can you tell I'm a sucker for brown sweats or gray? You know what I need? I need plain black sweats. This one's Adidas, but I want like the plain black one without the stripes or logo. Now I have to figure out what I don't need or what I need to put away. I'll put that one away in storage, same as that one. Gosh, I cannot believe that we're so close to 2025. 2025! I feel like every year goes by so fast. When you get older, I feel like it just goes even faster, you know? Like November flew by, and I feel like you know, November just started, but it's like December. I didn't really travel much because ever since we got Miko, either I go somewhere and then Brandon stays, or Brandon goes somewhere and then I stay. The only time that we went to a trip together this year was Canada, and then Miko stayed with my parents for a few days. 2025, we're gonna go to a wedding in the summer. I'm excited for that. I honestly haven't, I'm like 30 years old and I haven't even been to a wedding yet. A lot of my best friends, they're not married yet, or, you know, they just eloped, which is fine, you know, but I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for my best friends to get married, if they want to get married, you know. 2025, I am gonna go to one of my best friends' dirty 30. And I think my other best friend is gonna have a dirty 30. She just doesn't know what theme, but we might go to Nashville. Who knows? She is gonna go check it out this month to see if she wants to do it in Nashville. I've never been to Nashville, so that would be so nice if we do end up going there. I feel like I recently just learned this, even though I just turned 30 and I've been out of undergrad for like 7 years. After undergrad, after you graduate college, you're probably like thinking, okay, what's next? Like, wait, are we just gonna work for the rest of our lives now? Like, that's it? And the answer is yes. But the thing that helps, I think, is to have trips planned. If you have some trips planned, there's something that if you have trips planned, it's something to look forward to. I always want to have some trips planned. I know not a lot of people can say that they can book trips, but if you can just, you know, maybe even like book a spa or do something for yourself, like a facial, or you know, get a massage or get your hair done, or something that you can look forward to, makes it better. Because of course, like, since you're out of school now, you don't really have a timeline of what goes next. A tip is to try to book something like traveling or something for yourself, something that you can look forward to. And my battery's about to die. about to journal in this one, and this one's a story of my life, and I've mentioned this journal so many times in my old vlogs, but I've had this journal since 2018, and Brandon got this for me either for my birthday or Christmas. But I love this journal because in 4 different categories. So the first one is childhood and family, young adulthood and first, and then adulthood, and then last one is retrospective. And I feel like I can't answer the retrospective ones yet because it's like when I'm older, and it asks specific questions when you're in that specific stage. Throughout the years, I've been answering, you know, the last 3 categories and barely answering the adulthood, because I feel like now I'm in the adulthood, and it asks, you know, questions. In adulthood, it asks questions like, discuss how you balanced your work and personal life when you were in your 20s. What did you enjoy doing outside of work? So I feel like I might answer this one today. Oops, can you even see that? Is it even focusing? I don't know. But other questions like, who was or is your best friend as an adult? Describe your social circle as an adult, which I already answered. When and how did you meet the one? Oh, I could answer that one too. Describe the early part of your married life partner relationship. What did you like to talk about? But they also have an alternative question. Did you ever live with another adult, or are you a lone wolf, and why? What were your favorite and least favorite things about this living situation? So it just asks, you know, questions relatable to as adulthood. And then, you know, when you're a young adult, you're like, okay, what obstacles did you encounter in college, right after high school? How did you overcome them? But I'm gonna answer one of the adulthood questions. I might answer the discuss how you balanced your work and personal life when you were in your 20s. What did you enjoy doing outside of work? So I'm gonna answer that one. If you wanna answer that with me, you can. Oops, you can pause this video if you want to. Is it clear? Oh no. Is it clear? Pause the video. I'm sorry, it keeps blurring. Since I'm not in my 20s anymore, I'm gonna answer that.